Okay. I'm still playing. As long as I'm playing, I'm okay.
That's correct. In your hand, right? You have 2.
Yeah.
She has 4.
I'm ahead of
He has
everybody.
3, and I have 3. So I'm going to do everything I can to keep your hand.
Oh boy.
If I play.
Okay. Another 6. Okay, I'll go this way. See, I'm thinking about it. So now,
Right, generally speaking, one of the other things that we've been talking about is we mentioned tournaments before. In a tournament, when you touch a domino, you're required to play it.
I see. Okay. See?
So it's, I mean, in this case, it's fine. This is
okay.
a friendly game, but
Once you touch it, that's it. I understand.
that is
Okay.
correct.
Now, while we keep playing, I would like the folks at home, I don't know how much more time we have, but if you have that video of the tournament in Vegas, we'd like to see that now while we're playing this game. Go ahead. We'd like to see, I won,
There you go. Perfect.
right?
That is
And
correct.
you're supposed to figure this out, right?
Yeah,
Or you
yeah, but I
different-
mean, she had the 5.
In this case, he couldn't do anything because he didn't have any more
Right.
3s.
Okay.
I send a 3 here. I send a 3 here.
So now I am no pieces left,
That's
and you
correct.
add up.
We will add up everyone, including mine.
Okay. And then
But you
those are.
start the next time, you start because you were the one who won.
So now you and I have accumulated these points. As soon as we get to 200, we've won the game.
Right.
So it
So
takes
we're-
several hands to win a 200-point game.
The fastest you could win a 200-point game is in 2 hands.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have that video? Have we seen that video yet? Can the folks tell me, my producer? Oh, okay. We saw it already. We're too busy playing the domino game here, so we didn't.
So now we have 23 plus what we had before. We're doing pretty well.
Okay. So
Oh.
what do you do now? Because you're noticing that we're taking over here.
We start
Well,
yelling at each
listen,
other.
the dominoes, the dominoes happen just fall like that. You see, you would have had the 1-5, and she had the 5-2. She would have played it, and I
would've
would
given it
have
you,
played the
right.
2 of them. Okay, I would have won.
So you were
But-
close to winning, except
yes.
that it's just
Yes,
that one.
But at the same
the
time,
difference
when
is
I
one single
changed
play.
the game, even though that I knew that she didn't have any 6, I'm getting rid of all my points. Like if I lose, you don't get too many points from me. If I would have gone the other way, then all my 6s would have been.
So basically, the idea is to get rid of the heavy pieces,
If you are losing,
just in
If
case you
know that
lose.
you're
Right. If you're gonna lose, you don't want to get
Right.
caught with a lot of points.
Right.
That's correct.
So
And
dump them.
the one other thing is when we win, they shake. They shake the dominoes in the middle of the.
Right.
Shuffle.
Yeah,
They
you
shuffle.
It's up to them to shuffle.
Yeah, because
Right.
we won.
Right.
Okay. See, all of these tournament rules, I don't
no,
know. I'm used to playing with my friends at home, and we don't follow all these rules.
Yeah, we
But
have
it's interesting.
we have all this kind of rule because see, we have tournament from New Hampshire, okay, because our association covered from New Hampshire all the way to Virginia.
Okay.
So all those states, we assign them one day a month during the summer to have the big tournament.
Okay.
In the meantime, they have little tournament. They go visit each other, and they interchange games.
So who belongs to
play.
this association? Mostly Latinos?
Most Latinos, right?
But
I
there
say
are other
90
nationalities as well?
Yes,
Everyone's
yes.
welcome.
Everybody, we have people from Jamaica, from Queens over here, from Jamaica. They not from Jamaica here.
Jamaica,
people,
the
people
country.
from the country that they
Yes.
live in Queens, and they come to our
And
tournaments.
so Domino's is popular in Jamaica.
Oh yes,
Among
oh
Jamaicans.
yes. I was there. We were there together in Montego Bay, right? When we had
Montego
a
Bay.
tournament by the water over there.
Right
That
on
was
the beach.
beautiful.
And
Right.
let's say they're not Latinos. This is the English-speaking Caribbean. Do they play exactly the same way that the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans play, the Jamaicans?
Well, they had their own little game for play money, but the tournaments are mostly the same.
Okay.
That's been certainly one of the advantages of your organization is
Yeah.
they've attempted to standardize rules. Everyone has their own rules in terms of the lock. Remember before we talked about the lock and I said I add my points with your points? Some people play individually.
Individual points.
So if you had 20 and I had 2 and they have 5 each, we're lower because
Right.
of my domino's lower than theirs, we automatically win. So
Okay, so again, let me get back to this other subject of all the other topics that are discussed during the, because I heard all these wonderful anecdotes and all these wonderful fights over baseball, for example, you know, and then people get emotion and they're talking about the Mets. And he says, well, no, the second baseman is not, you know,
Right.
and they'll do, you know, and they'll
slam the
also
domino.
they'll do this to the pieces when they win, right?
Oh, yeah,
It's like you almost want to throw it down.
The Jamaicans.
The Jamaicans
They
do
call
that?
it bag and domino.
The-
Everything is like that.
right when they
Okay, when they win, they go all the
They
way.
slam it.
Now, you know, we have association and we have federations.
okay.
Okay, the Federation of the USA is in the president lives in Orlando. His name is Manuel Oquendo. He controls all the states. We are as association, we are affiliated
With them.
with them. Now, the federation, like Panama, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, they have what they call it the International Domino Association or Federation, and the president is in Venezuela. His name is Lucas Guitar.
Okay, so you have an international group and a national group.
Right.
Okay, and the national group goes abroad and also competes.
Oh yes, yeah,
Well,
they just
you
came
guys
from
been all over
Venezuela.
the world, right?
They
Playing
just have,
dominoes?
yeah, they just had a tournament in Venezuela last month, I think it was, right? And now the next World Domino Tournament is going to be in St. Petersburg in Russia.
Okay, so do you guys, when you go to this tournament, is there like one guy who's like your really good partner?
Yes.
That you know really well how they play, and you know what to expect from your partner, and that's the person you take.
Yes, that's what you do. You bring your own partner because first
You've
of
played
all,
for years together. You know
when-
each other.
Yeah, when you play in Vegas, you have to put like $500 for registration.
Okay.
So you don't want to throw $500 away. So you want
You want a decent chance.
at least have a
Fighting
chance to
chance.
play.
You have a good partner.
And usually you've been playing with that person for a long time. I played with my partner for 12 years. I never played with anybody else. So even if he knew when I used to breathe hard, he knew what I meant, you know. So and that's the way that you get combined with your partner, and you don't have to make any signs.
Right.
Because he knows the way you play, he knows why you made this play, why you make the other. But it's always a little something that indication that
But
you can
the
take it away.
experience of having played with each other is
Right.
very helpful.
That's what
that
most
helps.
counts.
Yeah. So
You trust your partner.
Like a marriage, right? A lot of people refer to a lot of people refer to it as such. It's like a marriage.
and I've seen married couples play very well together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My father also
We
plays.
play
Yeah?
together.
You and your husband.
Yes.
Okay. And again, you're the guy who's standing next to the table saying, "When do I get a shot?"
Let me in. Let me in.
Yeah. And then, do you? Is it now transferred to your friends as well? Are there people your age that you brought in? And
Absolutely. It's funny because I wanted to mention that, and Pedro knows many of them. I've brought so many folks my age to start playing dominoes because you'd mentioned before about the old folks playing at the park in Miami,
Right.
and that's great. But it's always very nice when you can show folks who've been playing for a long time that you know how to play as well. And you
Well,
can-
actually,
and you win and compete.
I've done that. I've actually I was interviewing a whole bunch of older men in Union City one day, and they said, "Here's the reporter. Give him a chance." I was doing a story. Here's the reporter. Show him how it's done. And then I started playing with them, and I beat them. And they could not be. It must be a fluke. This reporter just came off the street and beat us. But I know how to play, and I didn't tell them that before. But it's been a real pleasure. I hope the folks at home were able to pick up a little bit of what we're doing here. You gotta let us know about the next tournament that you're involved in, so that we can send a camera out there and do something more. Cover the event and do something
Great.
more.
Usually we do an annual one in Part4, New Jersey, on top of a riverboat.
That sounds
And
wonderful.
Orchard Beach, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
Orchard
tournament in
There are
Orchard Beach?
tournaments here in the
Orchard
Bronx
Beach.
as well.
Right.
at
In the
Orchard Beach,
summertime,
in the
right?
summertime,
Yes.
usually
Yes.
organized by Pedro.
Pedro, you gotta let me know. Thank you for coming, okay?
Excellent. Thank you for having us.
One of my students is coming right up with another segment, and she's going to be talking about an art gallery built inside a person's home. We'll be right back.